Yeah, you're doing pretty good, Kendall.
Yeah, I learned it from Riley.
Uh-huh.
Her experience. Thank you.
What's up, you glorious sim racers out there? Today we're going to be reviewing the Logitech G29. No, I did not get rid of my expansive motion rig with AccuForce direct drive wheel. More along the lines of I picked up a sim racing wheel catered to what I believe it is most, it is the audience that should be using it. And that's the Logitech G29 for the entry-level wheel to entry-level sim racers. Like you see, there's one of my 9-year-old twins, and she is having a blast playing Gran Turismo Sport with the Logitech G29. So let's get into it and cover some of the things that I've noticed with me playing it. I mainly got this wheel for PS4 Play. Obviously, a G29 is for PS4 and PC. A G920 would be for Xbox. However, you should be able to use a Drive Hub. Check a review on that, and use this one on your Xbox One as well. So that could save you both setups there. So anyway, really cool device here. We're going into unboxing here, and I'm just going to be talking over this, as you can tell. But aesthetically, it's a great looking wheel base with pedals, and I picked it up for $208 on Amazon. And at that price point, you know, $208, you can't really go wrong with a full kit like this. I did spend the extra $53, I believe, for the shifter itself. It's a decent shifter. I wouldn't expect the world from it. It does have 6 speeds, H pattern shifter with reverse. Does lock down to your desk, or you can hard mount it. This one I would suggest hard mount. Actually, this whole kit I would suggest getting a little kit like Next Level Racing has, as far as like a wheel mount setup, and you just roll any chair up to it yourself. That makes it easy to store. However, I just have it mounted up to the desk for my kids, and they are loving the setup. So it actually surprised me. They actually go in there and play quite often, which, you know, as a father that loves sim racing and racing in general, it's kind of fun to see how much fun they're having out there. So, and that's really what it's all about, right? So, and there, you know, with the 6-speed shifter, you will learn how to use, you know, a clutch and shift through the gears and stuff. So, pretty cool stuff there. Moving on to the wheelbase itself. Love the wheelbase. Actually, for the price point, can't go wrong. It has a nice smell to the leather rim there. I believe it is real leather. It definitely smells like real leather. It's got nice metal paddles on there, which is good, and then the clutch assembly, brake assembly, and throttle have metal plates on there too. Aesthetically, it looks really good. Build quality of it is pretty good. It has some heft to it. You know, like I said, metal on the shifter paddles, hand stitched leather rim, adequate resistance in all 3 pedals. Surprisingly quiet as well. It does have the helical gearing, which does present some cogging, but is actually relatively smooth for what you get. You know, if you're new to sim racing, you're not going to complain about this because you really have no data points to complain about. You don't know what you're missing until you try a belt-driven wheel. And yeah, I would recommend a belt-driven wheel like a Fanatic or something, CSL, obviously. But you know, for the price point at $208, I would start here for a new sim racer, and obviously that's what I started with my children, because I don't have to worry about them getting hurt with something like this. You know, 2.2 Newton meters of torque is not going to rip their little arms off when they're playing. It's not going to scare them. They are going to be able to go out there, have fun at any time they want, and that's what it's about, having fun. So again, it says PS3, PS4, and PC compatible. Hard mount, desk mount. You would actually work with the Xbox One if you bought something like the Collective Minds Drive Hub. It does have 900 degrees rotation, nice little LED light, 14 push buttons plus a D-pad, rotary dial, and the paddle shifters again, like I said before, and the 3-pedal setup. So pros, of course, obviously is low entry cost, and it works with all your Sony games. You know, every game that's on PlayStation is going to work on this one here. I tested it out with GT Sport, obviously, and let me see, Assetto Corsa and the I think it's Drive Club out there. Actually, they all were pretty good. GT Sport being the worst of the three, very lackluster force feedback in GT Sport, but it is what it is. That is just GT Sport. I think GT Sport was catered more for the Thrustmaster TGT, where you can cover the rumble strips and the road feel through a transducer itself, because it does not communicate that very well through the wheel. But once you move to games like Assetto Corsa, man, it feels really, really good. You can feel when the tires break traction. You can easily control them. Yeah, not as smooth to control as a belt-driven wheel, but again, an entry-level person is not going to know that that is even an issue. So you're going to have a lot of fun for this price point, I believe, and it's proven out with my two girls that they're having a lot of fun with this too. So light forces, not going to hurt your kids, obviously. And, as you move up and you decide you want to get into a sim rig itself, if they decide they want to set into an official, like, leather seat and